That's interesting. So, are you going to space, man? You getting on one of these ships or what? Is that in like is
Yeah.
that in your mind? Are you thinking about that
No,
at all?
I'm actually in a sense I'm kind of I wouldn't say anti, but as an astrologer, I'm living more in the symbolism, because I'm right. Like to me, I don't need to go to Mars to have an experience of what Mars represents from an astrological perspective, And I think for me, I think part of the desire to go into space is a projection of our need to really go into the inner space and connect to these inner energies inside of us. Because a lot of people that I've met in the spiritual community, when they speak of their meditations, they say when they go into deep meditation, they're in space. Yeah.
So when you're getting you've obviously experienced deep meditation. When you get to that level, your body feel different? Your heart races differently? Like how could you experience that? Like could you compare that to like a psychedelic or something along those lines?
100%. I mean, when I started, and I consider cannabis to be a psychedelic, psyche, soul, delic, revealing. So any substance that reveals your inner self to you is a psychedelic. And so the part of the process of, and this is the process of meditation. Part of the process is to identify less with the more gross things and start to identify more with more of the subtle aspects of our being. Okay. A simple example is, someone comes and smacks you in the face. Okay. Right. If you don't know the person, okay, right, and then it's a physical injury. Okay. That's more gross, external. Ow, that hurt. Right. But if it's your wife, okay, or your kid that does it, right, the physical pain is made worse because there's an emotional connection. Okay. And there's an emotional pain. And so, right. And so feelings, emotions are more subtle than the gross. And I think working in the meditation, you first get comfortable. That's the purpose of the yoga postures, is so that you can sit for a long period of time without the body becoming uncomfortable. And so as you start to learn to sit, you start to stop worrying about your body so much. And one of the ways to do that is to tune into your breath, because your breath is more subtle than the body, right? And you start to tune into your breath, and you start to tune into how you feel. And if you just keep tuning, you tune into something more and more subtle. And so you kind of, in a sense, forget about your body and you start identifying with something that's more closer to your essence. And the more practice, okay, right? Like anything, you get better. And so the more you're able to silence and sit still, you're able to tap into deeper and deeper parts of yourself.
Man, so spiritual, but you got me so motivated. Like you're making me feel good about a lot of things. And I actually had a conversation with my brother today. He came over today to drop off. My brother goes to this band thing. It's hilarious. But he like actually dresses up like a rock star to like get the guys hilarious every time he shows up, and
Yeah.
they laugh their asses off. So I've got like wigs and stuff down here, and he'll put those on and crack up, right? So, anyways, he's down here and he's been tracking like how many good days he has compared to bad days. And what he's finding is like you can have a good day throughout the whole day, and only one thing really small needs to go wrong, and then that negative emotion kicks in, and you have a bad day. And
Yeah.
it only takes one thing to make a bad day, and he realized that like I'm putting so much more weight on the bad things than the good things. And he's trying to just be more positive about the good things, and it's pretty cool because he's been tracking it on a daily basis, and
Yeah.
it's all tying together because I didn't expect this interview to really go this way, and I'm loving that it
Yeah.
is because it's just
Yeah.